Okay, so recently I got a 60 gigabyte backwards compatible PlayStation 3, and I'm going to test it out to see how flexible the backwards compatibility is. I fully realize that none of these games will probably work, but it'll be fun to try. First up is Street Fighter Zero 3, which is a burned copy of it, so let's see if that works. Alright, slide it in the PS3. See what happens. Okay, nothing happened. Next up, we have this import game from Konami. It is an authentic Japanese PS1 game. Although, my apologies, I don't recall the name of it. So let's slide that one in. So it did recognize this one as a PlayStation disc, but boo. And for our last test, Final Fantasy X International, which I would imagine if it won't play the PS1 game, the PS2 game probably won't go any better. PlayStation 2 format disc, but of course it's not going to play it due to region lock. Alright, let's try a regular US PlayStation game. This is Strikers 1945, a game which I bought a while back but have not really had a chance to play yet. So, what better time than to make it my inaugural game for the PlayStation 3 backward compatibility. There it is. Had to create an internal memory card for the PS1 video games. Ta-da. Now, let's give it a try. Ha ha ha. Awesome. Might need to play around with the filter settings, but other than that, it seems like it's working like a charm. Sweet. So the difficulty settings for this game are great. You start off on 5 for normal, okay? So it goes up to hard and very hard. But the best part is the ones below normal. You have easy, very easy, child, and monkey. It's the first time I've ever seen monkey difficulty. That's awesome. And here are the available fighters to choose from. Let's just try the regular lightning. Awesome. I like it a lot. For my inaugural PS2 game, I'm going to try Nightshade, which is another game that I picked up a while back, but I haven't really had a chance to try out yet. So, let's make an internal PlayStation 2 memory card. There we go. I'm surprised it didn't automatically have me do it this time. It did for the PS1 game. But, oh well. Cool. It's pretty cool. You can even assign 2 slots just like a real PS2. They thought of everything. Cool. Sega. Wow, very Sega. Much game. So Nightshade. Wow.
Aguchihi, the ancient, cursed blade, has consumed the souls of men for centuries.
Here we go. As I recall, this game is actually called Kunoichi in Japan, but since most American people don't know what that means, basically female ninja, they changed it to Nightshade for the US, which is still a cool title. But just another example of localization changes. This is my first time. Let's try beginner, just so I can goof around. More cutscenes. And there she is, Nightshade. Okay, so when the game starts, you're actually on top of a stealth bomber. The controls take a little getting used to. There's an auto-targeting system, which is why I couldn't move. If you're auto-targeted, you're kind of like locked onto the enemy. You can dash and jump and do all kinds of combat moves. You can do shurikens too. So let's check out the PlayStation 3's enhancement options. We have screen mode, which I've put up the little Wii sensor bar to show where it was to begin with. So that's where the screen is to begin with. Then if you put it from normal to full screen, yeah, you actually get way more of the screen. That is a very nice option because you're only missing a little bit of the screen. Like basically, you're only missing about this much of the screen. You get way more screen real estate. So that's a good option. Now let's try the smoothing option. Yes, that looks a lot better. Very nice. Yeah, that makes it way better to play on an HD TV. See, this is why I wanted the 60GB PlayStation 3. It may not be as obvious from the video, but yeah, it's a lot less pixelated looking. It's still not going to look like exactly like a PS3 game, but it helps a lot. So, very cool. I'm quite pleased with the results.